It is I, the Crusade, gonna show you how Pulsechain could have a moment of madness right now. This is an update to the previous video. If you've not watched it, check it out if you want. So last time I mentioned how deep negative money flow coming up to the green into positive money. This means try and follow my cursor here, right? So up here we're on pulse against I. When this wave is red, money's flowing for Pulsechain back into DAI, right? That's bad for Pulsechain. When the wave turns green, like here, means money's flowing for DAI back into Pulsechain. Alright, simple. Right now, we've been in negative money flow since Tuesday the 7th of January, right? So now, as you can see here, we have crossed back into the positive money flow. So money's flowing back into Pulsechain right now. Why is that significant, right? So if we go back to this point here, right? What happened at this point here? So here, you had this massive blue wave, which was momentum. RSI's split but heading up the way, right? VWAP was down, VWAP's coming back up, volume weighted average price in the yellow wave. It's about the same here, right? See, blue momentum wave is up, green dot, same as back here. Right, VWAP has came round and is coming back up. You can see that. So the VWAP is heading back up, money flow's heading up, the momentum is already up and it's continuing to go up, as you can see here. Right, this wave is starting to curve back up, RSIs are split and they're heading up. So it's the exact same for the technical analysis side. So back here when it happened, let's measure it. So if you follow the line down, the dotted line where my cursor is, it's about here where we are right now. So we'll take it for the bottom of this previous drawdown, measure it up. There you go, you got a nice wee 40% pump, right? If you waited, if you held for another 29 days, right, see that there, 29 days, you got another, can't see the bottom of that candle, actually a wee bit more than that. If you take it for the bottom of the wick, it's another couple of percent to the top of the wick here. So taking it for the top of the wick, that was 107%. So if you held it for here to here, you're up 150% and a wee bit more for this wick, right? If you held it for when the time this green wave came up, right? So that's the exact same here, right? Green wave's coming up, momentum. So if you just hold it for here for minimum 30 days, we said, you got 140% pump. That would take us above SAC price, I think. I don't even know where SAC price was anymore, I can't even remember. I think it's about here. 140% roughly, right? So that's something to be keeping an eye out. I'll show you something else today that's interesting. I mentioned these lines that we got on, the spider lines, right? So these were taken from, I'm on the daily here, see that daily time frame up there, right? So I took them for the close of the highest point of these candles on the top of the wicks, right? Projected them onto the highest point here. I never put them up to here because when the price is a wee bit higher, we can move all these up to this point and it would make more sense, right? I'll show you how. But you've seen this bottom line here, horizontal line coming down. You can see the price used this pretty much as resistance, right? All this time. We spoke about this in the last video, go check it out. right? It's held at its resistance all the way down. As you can see here, kind of held on the line before, breaking below, faking out, and now we've had this wee pump, right? So you've got these levels of resistance coming up as well. If you think that these have any significance, which I don't care if you do or no, I'm just showing you that clearly they do, right? They do have some type of significance for a technical analysis standpoint, alright? So that's quite interesting, seeing that. And I showed you this, so potentially a good wee bump coming for it. Let's go to incentive token, because I love Pulse and I love incentive, right? Again, the exact same. Look at negative money flows just coming up to the positive, right? It's no like here, where here it had like a fake out. Even then you had this massive pump. Again, how much was that? That pumped 100%. Look, there was a 100% candle. So here, when it's gone into the positive, you can see it here, right? It was a wee bit delayed, but still. Let's see even that. Why does it keep doing this? There you go, a wee 50% pump right there, just for when it crossed there into the green. Right. So now, potentially, we could be saying something the same. Spider lines in this were taken from top of these candle closes here, projected onto the top of this candle, this wick. You can see it held some level of significance, right? Using it as resistance. So now you can see we held that line as support. Alright, see it's kind of been bouncing on top of the line support, so it's held this line as support. We're looking for this to confirm that as support and then carry on. So even if this goes into the green, this money flow does something like that, and even if it comes back down, right? The smallest pump we kind of go back there for that I just showed that took 2 seconds. I can show you even more. Again, 50% would put us roughly here. That's about in line with the resistance levels here, alright? See, the price came up, got rejected, bounced through, and then it never held this kind of area here, a liquidity as support. Again, tried to break through, couldn't hold it, and then you had this massive retracement that we've been in for ages. I mean, I've been here since the beginning, so all this has been ages. But minimum 50% takes us there. 100% takes us roughly up to the spider line. Look, 92% is roughly up to the spider line. So I'm expecting this to be up here within the next week or two. I mean, I'll not hold my breath. This is Pulsechain. It likes to dump, but I mean, come on, it's been a while. It's been a while. Let me show you something else that's pretty interesting. Because a lot of people were into Hex, and I mean, I still hold Hex, still into Hex, but I was in E-Hex way back when. Again, look at the money flow. Look at the money flow. Look at the momentum. Look at your RSIs, look how split they are. Right, that's not always a good sign, but because everything's heading up, this could be a good sign for the bulls. I mean here, look at this. Follow the dotted red line that's gone across, it's showing you where the money is right now. You've got this level here of resistance, this is resistance, currently resistance, 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 resistance. So this is a massive area of resistance. But as you can see here, when we came into the positive money flow with the momentum up and the RSI's up, it was here, right? Let's have a wee measure of what Hex done when it crossed into positive. So we'll take it for the bottom of the wick. As you can see here, right, we're right down there. So we had a pump of roughly 145%. 145% when we passed into the positive money with momentum up. So if that was the same, if that was to happen again, right? 145, say, that puts us right in line with this level of resistance here, above this level. Resistance, resistance, because the price broke up and couldn't hold it as support, so it broke down, right? And it never got back above that point. So keep an eye on this, right? Keep an eye on this money flow. Let's look at PDI. Even if you didn't, you're not interested in PDI, I showed you in the last video, right? Right here we were bumping up against this diagonal trend line, right? Doesn't it look like much, right? But if you go down into the 4 hours, you can see the price held it here as support. See, it was like bouncing along this line. It's like it broke down, almost confirmed it as support, and then we've had a bit of a pump on that. I mean, since the last video only a couple of days ago, it was about here. You're up, what, 46%? Come on. Come on. So where did I take they ones for? If you want to go and do this yourself. And again, look at the money flow. Look, passing over into the green, RSI split, heading up, momentum's already up. Look at that, momentum wave is heading up too. First time the momentum's been up since Monday the 3rd of February. I mean, let's not even talk about when it passed into the positive money flow. You know, if you held it, let's shock some people here. Positive money flow here. If you held it here, you had to hold it and not really make a profit, pretty much, for 58 days. But if you kept holding, what did you get? Up to the highest point, roughly. I mean, you got 1000x. You got 1000x. God damn it. God damn it. But you seen that, right? 1000x. Stay it again, just so. There you go. That's all I've got to say. That's why I think, potentially, the whole Pulsechain ecosystem could have a wee mad moment coming up in the next week or two. Alright? Peace.